Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. He conquers the markets, he turns water into wine. His timing flows where chaos turns divine. Cut sharp enough to time the sun. Yeah, this man's no common trader. He commands the market's numbers. We call him Chef Bailey. The market bends beneath his flame. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. Markets move, they twist and swing. Every tick can burn or bring. Ryan keeps calm, he trusts his thing. The charts tell him everything. But when T1 makes ding, 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 the futures spread their hidden wings.
Ready to stop guessing and start growing as a trader? Welcome to Vici Trading Solutions, a community built by real traders for serious learners. We don't just post trades, we teach the why behind every move. With a full education section and daily breakdowns, you'll start seeing the market like a pro. You won't be trading alone. Inside the Vici Discord, you're surrounded by committed traders, from futures pros to rising crypto specialists, all learning and winning together. Gain first access to our exclusive indicators, powerful tools used daily by hundreds across TradingView and beyond. These aren't gimmicks, they're built to sharpen your edge. Each morning, our founder posts a full trading plan for the S&P 500 or NASDAQ and calls out the levels he's watching live. No fluff, just clarity. Education, tools, community. Whether you trade futures, stock, or crypto, Vici gives you the foundation and firepower to grow. Join Vici, trade smarter, conquer the markets.
Oh, I was loving that song, man. My boy Francisco wrote that song. It is so good. I've been listening to it all year now, 5 times a week, and I still love it. It shit gets me hyped up. So welcome back, everybody. What an incredible day. I say it every day. I swear to God, I say it every day, but it is true. I was even telling everybody in the room, I'm like, what can I say other than it's a great day? And they're like, what else can you say? It's true. We had another fantastic day. The trade plan played out ridiculous. I mean, just ridiculous. I mean, God bless negative volatility or negative gamma. You know what I mean? Negative gamma is the best. I mean, even with no news today, we had insane ranges and the levels played perfection. We just absolutely crushed it today. I can't wait to go through it with you guys. Today, it was kind of a slow little morning, and then boom, the heat turned on, and we started collecting points left and right. So it's good stuff. First and foremost, let me say what's up to PS. Hufy Cat, welcome. TR's in the house. Puts and calls galore. I like that name. Welcome. And Seb Tour. Nice to see you guys here. We got a nice little crew on Twitter and YouTube as well. And I got to tell you, I went on a stream today. I did this panel discussion for some wealth conference, and they were doing automated software. And they were like, bro, are you okay? You look tired. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking tired from all this winning, bro, because we're just crushing it. And my ass is exhausted. So let's go over it because that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys, again, we caught every fucking move. I can't believe it again. I mean, it just keeps happening over and over again. I know I sound like a hype man. I'm tired of saying it. I wish I could say, oh, God, today sucked. Our levels didn't work. But they do. They all work, and they all work amazing. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm going to stop wasting time. As usual, guys, make sure you smash that like button. You got to subscribe, follow, retweet, all that stuff. Tell your homies, man. Get it out there. We're putting this is ridiculous stuff that we're doing here. Like, I can't imagine anybody else is doing what we're doing. Maybe I'm wrong, but I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it. I've been in the game 20 years. I've been trading ES for 10. I seriously doubt that anybody's doing it like us. I'm just saying we're we only take 20-point bangers. I feel like we always shoot for 10, but we're catch like yesterday we caught 78 points in one run. Today, again, just the same ridiculous shit. So I'm going to get into it. Make sure you smash subscribe, that like button across YouTube, X, Substack, and TradingView. It is for your best benefit. It is for my benefit. And it is for all your followers and your friends' benefit. Share. And guys, I don't know if you know this, but on the Substack, did you guys know that I have the most aggressive referral program out there? Did you know that if you share with one of your friends that you get a free month subscription? If you share with 3 of your friends, you get a 3-month subscription. If you share with 6 of your friends, you get 6 free months. Share with your friends, turn them on to this shit. I'm telling you, this is where it's at, man. We are absolutely just crushing it. Our Discord room is growing. The inner circle is getting absolutely bonkers. And these guys are making serious Lucci. And I am so happy to represent this team because I have just an onslaught of straight killers. So first thing we're going to talk about is, of course, what's happening on Thursday. And I don't know why this didn't pop up. Hang on, give me 1 second here. I did this wrong. Give me 1 second. Okay, stop it. I need to stop screen. Give me 1 second. I spoofed this up. I need to share my entire screen, not my window. There we go. All right, here we go. Guys, I am doing the How to Trade a Trade Plan webinar on Thursday at 7 p.m. Guys, I do this once a month. This is such valuable information. If you have not signed up for this, I put the links in the post. I put the links in the Substack. It is also on YouTube right now. Obviously, if you're on Twitter, sorry, I'm not posting it there. I will. Again, it's in there 100 times. Just look for it, or come to Substack, go to YouTube, whatever. We're streaming now. You know what to do. So with that being said, what's up, Bryce? What's up, big homie? Good to see you. Always a pleasure and he's always on the board. I love Bryce. Bryce is the man. So guys, listen, this is a huge ordeal. I only do this once a month. If you haven't attended this, I suggest you do. I teach you exactly how to read the trade plan. There's a lot of information in here. And for new people, it can be extremely overwhelming. But I show you exactly what's important, the key areas to look, how the information is derived, and exactly where to go. And then eventually, you'll be able to read this whole plan in 5 minutes and figure out what's really important. Not to mention that we go over some indicators that I give away for free and stuff like that just for being subscribers. So guys, this is a big deal. And of course, as usual, guys, I mean, listen, I don't know, I have this tendency to give away a lot. People tell me I give too much away. I'm doing it again. If you come and you subscribe, or if you're not subscribed, if you come and you register in the link, I'm giving away 2 free prop firm registration, or 2 free prop firms, 50K gauntlets, or 50K evals, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, man, just for registering, you'll get in the queue for to win these. So, I like giving these stuff away. I want to see you guys win. And more importantly, I want to see you use the trade plan to win. So hopefully those of you guys who win these will use the trade plans to, turn into a funded account. I've had 3 people now that have won trade plans from the webinars and have turned it into funded accounts. And I'm very proud of that. And, of course, they just use the trade plan. They do it because that's what we do, baby. That's what we do. Team Vici conquers the market. So let's go ahead and get into the day. I'm going to make this a short day. My ass is tired from all this winning. I'm not going to lie. I've been working my ass off. So let's go ahead and get into it. And, once again, the 74-14 make it or break it floor. This was the big level from yesterday, too. As you guys know, we played this yesterday. It played for 78 points. We bought it at the open, and it just screamed up for us. Another banger day yesterday, but it was still important today. I've talked about this level so many times that, hey, listen, they're going to defend this level with their life. They have to. If we move below 74-14, we come down like 400 points, and this still stands. Right now, for tomorrow, for Friday, for all the jazz, it still stands. So put that level on your chart, and we're going to go ahead and get into it. So we also are going to talk about the 74-58 bull bear pivot line, and we've got this, some other stuff here. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Accumulation and yesterday's value area and the make it or break it floor. Once again, we are holding the overnight lows. So this is right in the context for you guys. This is supposed to help you put the big picture together, right? This is the current market context. We're holding the overnight lows, and the big picture here is simple. We are accumulating right at yesterday's point of control after a massive pop and a massive smack, and neither buyers nor sellers could push this area overnight. We have sat and balanced here all night for a reason, right? Coming into the day, we are still holding above 74-14 daily. I cannot stress enough how important this level is. My directional read, let me go ahead and get rid of me so you can see. My directional read, with negative gamma and dealers hedging lower, the structural lean is still down. But the accumulation here tells me that the market is defending this zone, and a hold sets up a squeeze. One more thing worth noting. We are opening inside yesterday's range. Inside yesterday's range, which itself is inside yesterday's initial balance, which is this big white line. We never broke out initial balance. And that is extremely rare. We will very likely break outside of that range above yesterday's high or below yesterday's low today. I cannot call the direction for you, but the levels will. And just so you guys know, the statistic of us breaking the current day's initial balance is like 86%. Okay. It's like 86, 87. I can't remember what it is. Maybe it's 86 and some change. I don't know. It's close. It's ridiculous, right? So the fact that we didn't do it yesterday was a huge anomaly. We rarely do that, right? So anything that's 86% chance of something happening, I'm all in. So the fact they didn't do it really caught my attention. And then we sat balanced all night. We were open to the side. I'm like, whoa, this is kind of a big deal. So, and also what you have to remember is opening inside the previous day's value. We have I can't remember the statistic. I'll have to look off the top of my head. I'm just kind of going on the fly here. But we have another huge statistic that basically says if you open inside yesterday's range and yesterday's value area, the chances of breaking out of the higher low is like, it's crazy high. Again, it's like 85+%. So we had this huge, indication that we were going to move. We just didn't know which direction, but we were leading to the upside as usual. And we're actually going to get more into that. And, I talked about this and you're going to see it in here. I actually told everybody, hey, listen, I am intraday bullish with a downside lean because we've lost on all time frames. But the thing is they got to hold the 14. Otherwise, they're absolutely fucked. So with that being said, I just knew with us sitting there all night that we were going to get some sort of pop. And I don't know anything, but I was waiting for some liquidity to make that happen. And I'll show you what we did. Today was cool. Today was really cool. So let's go ahead and get into the VIX here, man, and talk about volatility, guys. Like seriously, it was insanely volatile today and we had no red tag news. It was great, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about VIX right here in this 1942 midpoint pivot. This was important yesterday too. And as you can see right here, I moved this over so that we could see this is actually the overnight session. And then this is the cash session right here at 9:30. So we're talking about this. VIX is leaning on the 1942 daily as our massive midpoint pivot. This was the big pivot we needed to get above yesterday. And I told you we needed VIX to move below it to get relief in the indices. What do you think about that? So the downside scenario, as long as we stay below the 1942, the indices are far less suppressed. I didn't say they were completely suppressed, but far less suppressed, which lines up with holding the lows overnight. Below us, watch for the two untested dailies stacked closely together, 1844 and 1819. Well, I ended up getting rid of 1844 earlier. They were pretty close together, so I just got rid of it for the room. And as you can see right here, right? You see what happened? I know you see what happened. All right, so these can provide support for VIX. If those dailies play and hold, VIX can traverse all the way back up to where? 1942, right? And we see renewed suppression on the indices, potentially dragging us lower. The bottom line, the 1942 is everything today. And the 1844, 1819 support pocket is huge context. Above 1942 is headwind, below it, not so much, right? And so this is essentially what happened today. We opened, we stayed below it. As you guys know, we just kind of stayed sideways in today's range, which I'll show you here in a little bit. And then when we ended up basically getting this push down and the indices just took off. We started cruising to the upside and they left without me. I'm not going to lie. I didn't have a trade, right? Not to the upside. We actually had a short earlier, but I was trying to get down. I was trying to sweep, man. I wanted some liquidity, right? And they just couldn't give it to us. So they started to just take off after the balance. And they went up, and then obviously the VIX started peeling off. And as the indices are pushing up, I told everybody in the room, like, hey, be cool. We're probably going to go up and sweep yesterday's high, and then we'll look for a trade. Well, guess what? Yesterday's high coincided with this daily down here, which just so happened was amazing, right, on VIX, which it ended up catapulting us up and obviously was the high of the day. So we'll get into that here on the next slide, okay? So, all right, let me get right into that. So here we go. All right, so I could have swore I had a picture here. I could have swore I had a picture of the overnight session. I'm just going to pull it over. I'll just show you guys. This was the overnight session. Look at this. Look how ridiculous this is. This is the overnight session right here. All this cluster mess right here. So I wanted to show you that. I could have swore I took a picture, but I don't know. I'm doing so much. Sometimes I lose the slides. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into our first trade of the day here, guys. Now this is SPX, and the SPX excerpt was pretty big. Obviously, as you guys know, I monitor SPX like crazy. I ended up putting the whole text in there, and I was like, you know what? Let me just truncate this to really what matters. To the upside, watch the untested 4-hour, 1 hour at 74.03, sitting below the 0850 weekly. Look for reaction and push below 7,400 for continuation lower. Well, as you can see, they played this, and we actually smacked for a good 33 points on the downside, which was our first indication. I really thought they were going to come down and sweep into our 0410 level, and they just didn't go quite yet. But they got there. They got there. They just didn't get there quite yet. So I wanted to show you what I did. I actually had this slide out of order. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, that's okay. All right, we talked about this. All right, so this is our first smack on SPX. It's okay. Now let's go ahead and go into the final thoughts. I know it's a little out of order, but that's okay. Pardon me. I just, God bless, it's been a long day. So our final thoughts, guys, we are still in negative territory with dealers clearly hedging to the downside, but that doesn't mean money can't be made both ways. It certainly was, as you guys know. We had the long, we had the short, and there was 2 longs at the end of the day. Right? We sat and drifted sideways in a major significant area all night. And this tells me that we are holding this zone for a reason. As long as we hold down here, we can pop and squeeze into the higher untested levels. My absolute favorite play of the day remains the sweep of yesterday's low into the 74.0450 to 74.10 4-hour and a reclaim of yesterday's low for a squeeze. Boom. This area right here. You see this box? That is my absolute favorite play of the day. You see that? And since we held this area all night, I do believe we'll make an attempt to push higher. But understand that the 14 is so desperately important that the bulls will do everything that they can to defend it. Keep your eye on the 1942 midpoint pivot for VIX for your overall context. So good stuff. Sorry, the slide was out of order. My bad. All right. So Thomas, nice to see you here, and Philip as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get in. Here's my first trade. This was supposed to align with the SPX picture. My bad. All right, so here we go. This was our very first resistance zone on SPX. This was the 4-hour at 74.6975. We took this obviously live in the room with everybody. And as you can see, this is the overnight containment ceiling. This is the immediate overhead and is the product of last night's containment. The 65 point of control from yesterday is minor, but I'm pointing it out. And the 69 4-hour sits right above it. Still very much inside last night's move, but it's there, and I won't discount a reaction. If 69.75 rejects, I want to see price move back below the 65 1-hour, yesterday's point of control, and rotate down into this 58 daily, and then et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you can see right here was the 69 4-hour. We ended up getting short as soon as I got underneath the overnight high, right? And ultimately, what was my entry? 74.65. Where did I say to get in? Right here, back below 74.65.25. Literally my entry. Look at this. 74.65.25. You know why? Because I trade the plan. It's my plan. I trade the plan. And that's it. And if it's on here, I'm taking it if I'm sitting here. Okay. So just know that you're not the only one. I'm taking it too. It's the whole reason I wrote it down. And just to show you guys, this was a great trade. So I basically got in from 65. I took 39. This paid 25 points, right? And I had 2 contracts on. Ended up taking one around 56 for 10 points. So I got 10 plus 30, right? Is that 30? 40. I'm sorry. That's 24 points. My bad. 24 points. So 24 points plus 10 points. And so that's 34 points total on that beautiful little short. Great stuff, right on the trade plan. All you have to do is follow it, right? Follow the actionable setups. That is the whole reason that I put these actionable setups in here. If you don't like the level, just patiently wait. If it does the actionable setup, put the risk on. Let's go. Let's make it happen, right? All right, so that was our first trade. Amazing stuff. All right, now, they ended up, this was the smack here, and they pushed down. They just couldn't get any lower. I actually ended up getting my target, which was damn near the low, and then they ended up spiking higher. So now what is the next trade that we were going to do? Well, let's go ahead and read this. This is the FOMC close reaction zone. This is the 74.95. This is the exact level that played yesterday. As you could see, they got super close to it yesterday, right? So this is the daily we played at yesterday's high. It marks yesterday's high, the FOMC close, and represent a massive daily leg up, which is exactly why we got the big smack off of it. It is now tested, but it is loaded with confluence. We had the call wall at 95 that I circled right here. And then we had these VWAPs, the monthly, weekly VWAPs, okay? So here's the actionable setup. You ready? Are you ready for it? Okay, look at my entries. Are you ready? The short setup, tested, not first touch. I can easily see price push above yesterday's high. Tag the call wall around 95, bingo, right? And then fall back below yesterday's high, right here, this orange line, hello, okay? And then tag the call wall, like let's say, fall back yesterday's high and retrace all the way into 74, 69, 25. That is this right down here. Now, I'll admit, I short stroked it. I took this, but at the time, it was the perfect exit. They ended up actually popping up and retesting the high to the tick before they fell. Needless to say, another great trade, right? Like, I'm just going to say it. I mean, I'm going to pat myself on the back for this one. And this one was 90 to 76. Oh, God, my brain is sizzled. That's basically 15 points, right? So another 15 points, 2 contracts. We took, one a little early and one there. So, well over 50 points today, again, on 2 contracts. That's it. It's all I traded today was 2 contracts because I didn't really have like what I thought was a great setup this morning. The real setups, the real good ones came this afternoon. And unfortunately, I was in conference calls and then I was out running around. But we're going to get into that because there's some guys in the room that caught every fucking bit of it, which is I'm so proud of my team. They're amazing. So let's go ahead and do this. So here's the big major part. I want you to see this. So, however, I would not take this on first touch. I want confirmation and a pushback below yesterday's high before engaging. I hope you guys can see this. I'm laying this out for you guys. I mean, I don't think it could be spelled out any better. I'll be honest. Like, I even surprised myself. And if you guys aren't trading this, you are absolutely fucking insane. So let's go ahead and get into the next one because we're printing over here. And this is like easy money. We were done again before 10:15, or I was done at 11:15. I was ready to shut it off, but I hung out with the crew until noon. And then, of course, a bunch more action happened. So let's go ahead and get into it. I know Bryce pieced out early. He was gone. He left before I did. So, all right, so check this out. Here's the aftermath of the 92. So this was the 92. This is that big call wall up there. Look at this thing. And by the way, you can see right here, what a great touch, right? Back underneath yesterday's high. We basically got flat right around 69, 70 area here, and they just kept coming down. I mean, they played that put wall. They kind of stuttered a little bit, and then boom, I went down and ate lunch and came back up and was like, oh, snap, right? But they didn't just come down. They came all the way down to 10. This thing paid 80 points. 80! Couldn't believe it. I didn't see that coming. I'll be honest. That was like, whoa. Because otherwise I'd have held one, and I didn't think that was going to happen. I really thought we were going to squeeze a lot higher. But, hey, I took the short. I just short stroked it a little bit. But, you know what they say. $2,000 a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. Keeps me in my sweatpants all day. That's what we do, baby. That's what we do. We trade in the sweatpants. All right. So, okay, let's get into the next slide here. So check this out. This was where the real action happened. I swear to God, I was so pissed. I was in a webinar today or, this wealth conference thing. And I'm like, I turned my charts off. And then when I came back, we were literally right here. I was like, oh my God. Right. So here we go. This is what I was waiting for. This is the make it or break it floor and sweep setup, right? 04 to 14. You ready? You ready for this? This actually happened. This is just so good. It's so good. Are you ready? So look, check this out. This is the 14 daily. We know it's massive. It was tested. We really wanted the sweep for this, right? We had 2 levels we were watching, 74.10 and 74.04. Okay, you ready? I'm going to read this time, and I'm not going to read it the next time. You ready? This is the line in the sand. The 74.14 is the massive must hold, the one I hammered on yesterday. And although it's tested, it is everything. Directly below it sits the 74.10.75 4-hour and the 74.10 weekly. And I'm extending the zone down to the 4-hour leg to 74.0450. This is the last major support that could play on the sweep of yesterday's low. The bulls will be defending this with everything they have. I'll be here all week. All right. This actionable setup says the sweep setup, my absolute favorite play of the day. If you were patient, this is all you needed. I know my homeboy Kay in the room, he didn't get a trade all morning, and then he crushed it on these 2 trades because he was what? He was patient. You know how many times I tell you guys this? Patience pays. Are you ready? Here's the setup. A sweep of yesterday's low into these areas, followed by a reclaim back above yesterday's low, which is ultimately the 74.14 daily, should without a doubt cause a squeeze. and first and foremost into the 74.33 daily. That is this gray line right here. Look at that, 33. Bang! Gotcha. Gotcha. Love it, right? So, and then they ended up coming even higher, almost into the open, right? And then as you can see over here, this is my little 10-minute chart. I couldn't help but take a picture. Look at the 33 weekly point of control. What a perfect touch. It actually went a little higher than that, but this was a solid 20, 30 points. I think this actually ended up paying 40 points altogether. But stop right there. I know you're like, okay, that's it, trade day. That's not it. That's not it. Because why? Because check this out. Don't we have one more level left? I think we do, right? We talked about 74.10. What about 74.04? Oh, Ryan, you must have missed a level. You fucked up. I'm unsubscribing. I'm never going to follow you again. You missed it. Oh, really, fool? How about this one? You ready? Oh, 74.04. Hang on. I got ahead of myself. Let's go back. So here's the deal. Check this out. So when we played the 74.10, I even told everybody in the Discord room, I said, hey, listen, if we sweep yesterday's low, that's going to be a sweep of the previous day's low on SPX. If they reclaim 73.53, this is going to give us a great squeeze, right? And as you can see, SPX gave us the context. It worked out perfect. It was amazing. And then you even had VIX starting to pull back for us into the same area. And again, as you guys know, what's the important daily on VIX to monitor? 1942, Ryan. That's what it is. And were we below it? Yes, we were, Ryan. Okay, then. Trade the fucking long, right? Okay, then. All right. So now let's go into the next one because I'm really happy about this one because I've been talking about 04 for so long. My eyes hurt. Are you ready? Okay, check it out. 74.04. I'm not going to read this whole thing for you, but I'm going to say it one more time. First into the 74.33 daily, then the 58 daily, and a potential pop all the way back to 92. As you can see, we played 04, and I had this beautiful TradingView chart. This was the only level I had on TradingView. When I looked at my phone, I was like, these sons of bitches. It's crazy. Played it amazing. Look at this. And this is the 34 daily, this gray line. And then we had the 58 daily, right, from the plan. And then up here, way up here, here's the 92.50. We almost got there. What an incredible trade. Do you guys realize that that is like damn near 80 points off of this low? And they did it at the end of the day. Of course, I wasn't even at the computer. I was just so shocked when I saw it. Actually, I had a guy in the room. He got an insane amount of points off of this level. I was like, man, you're a beast to be sitting there all day. But hey, listen, he made that money. He was patient. Unbelievable stuff, guys. Just absolutely unbelievable stuff. I am so proud to present this trade plan today for you guys. We literally caught everything. I mean, you find somebody else that can do this. I bet you can't. If you can, I'll give you a free month, but I know you can't, so that's okay. But I'll be here all week, and tomorrow we will have the trade plan out for you again around 8:30 in the morning. Today it was late as hell. I spent a long time on the trade plan today. I did a 30-minute dictation. It took me an hour and 40 minutes to get this trade plan out this morning. You hear me? An hour and 40 minutes for one trade plan. Insane amount of stuff. I mean, you guys have no clue how much work I put into these trade plans and then the streams, and it's ridiculous. It's actually, you guys really need to pay me more money, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm here, man. TR, that's what's up, baby. I'm so glad that you like the plan. Today was great, dude. I mean, it was just phenomenal. So with that being said, listen, if you like what you see here, sign up for the webinar. It's on Thursday at 7 p.m. You don't even got to be there. Just register, and I'll send you the recording. It's phenomenal. It's going to teach you everything you need to know about this trade plan. And if you're not there, you're square, okay? It's as simple as that. I might even throw you a deal for showing up. We'll see. And then, of course, you'll enter to win these 2 prop firm examinations. So, again, one more time, thanks you guys for showing up. We conquered the markets once again today. I can show you the scoreboard, but I'm tired. I'm getting off here. I made $2,000 as usual, or two, a bunch of other money. It's whatever. It's like every day we do this. So, with that being said, if you guys are Substack subscribers and you're not in the room, make sure you're coming over. Like, hit me up. I'm going to get you in the Discord room. You need to be in here with us. this because we're doing our thing. Rhonda, what's up? Oh, Rhonda. I love you, Rhonda. You're an amazing addition to the team. I'm so glad you're here. So with that being said, I got some women in the house and they are excellent traders and I am so proud to have them. You got to understand how hard I work to get these ladies in here. So I got to show out now. I got to impress. So I'm going to continue to make the hits. We're going to do our thing. And Rhonda, I'll see you for sure. I'll see you tomorrow, of course. I'm going to see you in the room tomorrow. So with that being said, you guys have an excellent evening. And tomorrow we do it all over again. So I'll see you guys soon and have a great evening. Go touch some grass and relax.